Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Mike. Thanks for jumping on here with me this morning. We're talking this week about the 3 different ways that I found to generate business, right? You can buy it, you can be born into it, or you can earn it. Those are the only 3 ways I've really ever found that you can generate business. Each morning this week, I'm going to focus on one of those 3 areas today, Wednesday and Thursday, and try to peel back the onion, so to speak, for you so you can see a little bit more of what this is, why people do it, why you should, maybe why you shouldn't. So today we're going to focus on buying it, which can be a legitimate way of generating business. You will think that I'm against this because I poke and make fun of it a lot. I'm not against it, and I'm going to show you why. But then again, sometimes when people are trying to use it as the shortcut, then I will poke and make fun of it. Buying it comes in many different forms. You'll see it all around you in this business. The first area, I would say, probably the most prevalent, is buying leads, right? These are mostly internet buyer leads. People that were online browsing for homes. Are they going to buy homes? Who knows, right? Because I'm flipping through a magazine doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to buy the products that are being advertised in the magazine, right? People are browsing for homes. Some are going to be serious home purchasers. Some are just browsing for homes. They just like to look at homes. In order to receive these leads from the lead generation sources, you're going to pay anywhere from usually a 30 to 35% of your income at closing for the referral. Okay. Now, the positive part of this, people will say, is, yeah, but I'm only paying for success. So I'm not paying every month. I'm just only paying when I have a closing. Okay, like I get that. I go along with it. You're paying a lot. Like 35% of your income at closing, you're paying a lot more money because you only want to pay for it on success. But I get it. Okay. What's required in this area? Rapid response. Speed kills. You're going to have to be very quick on your lead response times. Okay? None of this when I get around to it or I have time today. I mean, we're talking about minutes, if not seconds, of response time. Ideally, you want to respond to the lead while they're still online shopping for homes. And because of that, and because people do this at all times of day and night, this can be a pretty exhaustive and pressure-packed form of business. Because if I'm browsing at homes at 10 o'clock tonight, that's when you need to respond to me. And it doesn't really matter what your personal schedule is. That's when I'm available to talk about it. That's when I'm interested. If you wait till the next morning, I've got to go to work. I may not be interested in talking about this. I might have already hooked up with another agent who was more responsive. So rapid response is critical in this area. And there is a set of highly skilled tools that you're going to need. You're going to need to be highly schooled in what's called capture and conversion, turning a lead into a loyal customer and eventually a closing. And that's not just chatting people up on the telephone. There is a very certain set of skills that go along with this. If you don't acquire them, you won't be successful. And on that note, my last point under online lead generation would be this. I would watch your expectation level. Well, agents get very frustrated with this aspect of the business because their expectations are a little out of whack. I think you should expect less than a 5% success rate depending on your skill. If you're highly skilled and you said you were expecting a 5% success rate, I would say fine. If you're not highly skilled, if you haven't gone through the effort to acquire these skills, your success rate may be somewhere between 0 and 1%. Don't think that this is just natural. You will have to acquire a set of skills. Another form of buying it would be what's very popular these days, and that's being on a team. Now, being on a team and buying leads are very similar. Matter of fact, they're almost the same thing with just one little difference. So again, these are going to be internet buyer leads. Again, speed, rapid response, and a very defined set of skills is going to be critical to your success. How's it different than just doing it yourself? Well, you're going to give up a lot more of the money. This isn't going to cost you 30 to 35% like going out and buying the leads yourself. This is going to cost you 50 to 85% of your income, because now you've got another layer in there. Now you've got the team leader, and they've got to wet their beak too, right? So you've got the lead generation source, you've got the team leader, you've probably got a brokerage in there, and see, you're way down here at the bottom. You're getting the smallest check of everybody. So why would people do that? Well, they need a boss. That's why. I mean, if they didn't need a boss, they would just go do it for themselves. But they need somebody to tell them what to do and how to do it and where to be and when to be, and to manage and give them oversight. They need a lot of accountability because they don't have the internal discipline to do it for themselves. I really can't think of any other reason to be on a team other than you need a boss. And there are people that would say, without a boss, I tend to get a little slack. I can be undisciplined. I can be unfocused. I need somebody riding my ass all the time in order for me to get things done. If that's you, that's okay. I mean, it's not okay, but I mean, I'm not here to be your therapist. Go ahead and be that way if you want to. Be prepared to give up 50 to 85% of the money. Just depends on what kind of team you land on. The third way of buying your business would be a discounted commission strategy. Now, you see this all around you every day, right? Agents out there cutting their fees down to the bare bones. This is a strategy, right? They're not idiots. They're not stupid. They're doing this on purpose. It's a strategy. Okay? Well, they make a lot less money. Well, I guess compared to what? Compared to the agent we just talked about that's giving away, I don't know, I've seen the giveaway commission as high as 85% on some of these teams. Discounting their commissions isn't usually, you don't see them discounted 85%, right? It's a strategy to attract a very certain type of audience. What kind of audience? Kind of the do-it-yourself audience, right? And it's a lot of people. Look, Home Depot builds big stores to these people. They are not going to pay somebody else a full fee. They're not basically being willing to pay people to do for them what they feel like they could do for themselves. So enter the discount agent. And they say, yeah, I know I'm not making as much, but I'm not going to do as much either. And I'm going to deal with just this slice of the population that wants a deal on everything. Now, these consumers tend to be very difficult to deal with. They usually appreciate nothing. There's not a lot of relationship building here, but is it a strategy? It is a way of buying your business. Those are the three big ways I see agents around the country buying their business. It is a way of generating a robust real estate business. Are you making full fees? You're not. The argument, if I had a counterpoint here with me right now, typically what they would say is this, but Mike, even if I pay 35% to Zillow, that's better than nothing at all. I'm like, okay, well, see, I don't argue with stupid, and that's just stupid, right? To say that's better than nothing at all, as if those are your only two choices. Give away 35 to 85% of your income or have nothing at all. Those are the only two choices available to you. If that's the kind of rationale that you want to use in a debate, then don't talk to me because I'll just think you're a dumbass. I think there's other alternatives, and we're going to talk about that this week. Some people would say, well, Mike, you're kind of being a hypocrite here. You say you want us to invest in our business, and then you make fun of these ways of investing in your business. And I go, yeah, I know it sounds that way. I'm really not against investing in your business. I'm not. I'm not against really, well, you can't make me understand how being on a team makes sense because you could just go, there's nothing, what's that team leader doing for you that you couldn't do for yourself? So I never quite get that. The discounted commission strategy, I understand it. It could be a legitimate way of generating business, but you need a very defined cost-cutting strategy behind it. You can't be a discounted agent offering full-service product. That won't work. That will run you out of business. Okay, so you see retail stores doing this. Yes, we will sell you the product at a discount, but you're going to check yourself out. And you don't ask me where the shoes are, because I'm just going to point at the sign and say, they're under the sign that says shoes, stupid. Don't come to Walmart and expect Ritz-Carlton service, right? Okay, I'm not against investing in your business if you're doing all the free stuff first. But if you just want to spend money, give your money away as a shortcut through the woods to a robust real estate business, I'm going to argue with you all day long. But if you say, no, I'm doing all these things and I want to supplement it with one of these strategies, I could go along with that. If you're not sure, come talk to me. I can help you with that. And that would be how you and I would go out there and we would make it happen for ourselves today, right?